mean, you devil got a heavy bill to pay.
Yeah, just like you devil say in this society, there's no statute limitation on murder. I mean, if you committed a murder 40 years ago and it's found out today, you have to do the time. You can't say, oh, that was 40 years ago. You got to do the time. But the Most High is the same way. Remember, the scripture says he don't see as man see it. So you say that was your forefathers. Guess what? You inherited the blessing, and you are the forefathers coming back. Right? So you got to pick up the tab.
Same way with us. You know, our forefathers will know. If we were our forefathers, of course, we know that the spirit, and we're paying them. You know, we're praying for the iniquities. Scripture say, well, Micah said that. You know, I shall bear the indignation of the Lord that sinned against them. You know, so we're doing that. So how much more you Esau?
Yeah.
You know,
you got to taste the cup.
You got to taste that cup.
Right.
Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
Yeah, so he's going to give you double. All right, so y'all going in 1,000 years of captivity, and your kingdom going to get burned up. And you're going to get burned up after 1,000 years. That's heavy judgment. So this is the wrong time in history to be an Edomite. You know, because that was like the thing to be. Right?
Yeah, in the 50s and 40s.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And everyone wants to be like Esau.
Yeah, and that's why Asaph said that. He said, I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Sounds like you got that out of the scripts.
Yeah. Psalm 73.
Psalm 73? Oh, Asaph.
Yeah.
Asaph.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Asaph.
Yeah, I thought the same thing with Asaph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the singer, King David.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, he was a Levite.
You wrote some of the songs too, right?
Yeah, I think 73 to 83.
A little more. Yeah. It says, in the cup which she had filled to her double. It says how much, and this scripture goes along perfectly with Isaiah 47 chapter as well. This part right here, it says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I said a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, because why? No wars ever came here. See?
That's what they called what? The virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, she's never been really hit with any calamities like that. And the calamity she had 9/11, they caused it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a foreign country caused it, man. All the world wars was fought on other playing fields, other sort. You know, which is crazy. The whole Russian-Ukraine. It was like, oh, you saw that racist these reporters on? It was like, oh, this is not the Middle East, it's not Africa. These are your civilized Europeans. What the fuck are you talking about? Civilized Europeans. That's where the two greatest wars were fought. It was fought in Europe, man. For so much for being civilized, man. Okay? You talking about you civilized, man. You always brought war, man. Wherever you go. You said you make it the world as a wilderness. You said he abided not in his house. Right. Wherever this devil go, he's gonna bring war, man. So there's nothing civilized about y'all, man. If there's no war, he's gonna create it. All right, Dad?
God, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
There you go. We're coming into that time. This is the path to that time.
That's right.
All right? It's leading up to what? Nuclear holocaust. Right? The Russians going to get the job done, or right along with China, Iran, North Korea.
And even the 10 horns.
Oh yeah, NATO.
The NATO.
It tells you they captured the war.
Yep.
And they burned it with fire.
Yep. And that was the will of the Father.
Yeah.
You know.
And guess what? The Most High gonna do to NATO? Tell you Daniel 7.
Oh yeah.
So they captured the beast was given to the flame.
Yep.
So you all going down, man.
So NATO's getting hit too.
Yeah. Babylon gonna be destroyed. NATO going down, and then the Most High gonna get to who? The Russians, man. Right? It tells you that in Ezekiel 39. You're gonna get Russia next, the last. Right, they going into captivity. They gonna be destroyed, man.
He's destroying them with chariots.
Well, yeah, after we come down, or subjugate the Gog and Magog.
That's right.
It tells you that Ezekiel 39.
As well, Daniel 7:18 as well. The saints are to take the kingdom.
To take the kingdom, yeah. You know, that's how the kingdom gonna come in with a lot of violence.
Yeah, we ain't gonna ask for it. You know, we gonna grab it up.
Sit down with Pew and work something out. You know,
we gonna come, little when we make it, we ain't gonna come down from the chariots and they already bound down, chains in their hand. No, we gotta go grab their ass up. You know, beat them into submission. You know, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
And we got the spiritual powers, man. Come on, man.
The brother from Rochester said we're gonna grab King Jong-un by his fade and show them to everybody across the globe. You know, all the kings. He was referring to the scripture where we should take their kings.
49,
Yeah.
Put them in chains.
Put them in chains. Same thing with people that are Vladimir Putin. The elites, we gonna grab the elites up. You know, all of them.
All you going to chains.
Yep, all of them.
All the elite, the
And and how fun that's gonna be too.
Yeah.
You know, cause they're in their luxurious bunkers with their families. They're not just by themselves. They got their wife, their kids, and they got their kids' and generations on down in these large bunkers. They got underground cities in China. You know, so when we go down there, it's gonna be a field day. A bunch of them to chain up and grab up.
Yeah.
You know?
What's his name in China?
King Xi Jinping.
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
Grab his ass up too.
Yeah.
You know, and we dare you to try that kung fu shit, man. You know, we gonna have some fun. You know, they gonna sit there, you know, because the monks, they worship Buddha and all of that. Then we meditate on the mountains. You know.
Yeah. Our song gonna be destroyed.
Yep.
Right. That's gonna be destroyed, man.
Yep.
All you rich Arabs over there in Dubai act like Muslims in the daytime, but do all kind of wicked ass shit in the night. That fake ass religion. They going to all live because they all billionaires and they're a huge family over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're all related. And everybody doing good over there, man. And them wicked ass buildings. They following Babylon.
Yep.
Them tall ass skyscrapers, man.
All that coming down.
Like, you know, and over here they got 5-star hotels. In Dubai they got 7 stars.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one night is like $50,000. They showed one hotel, I think, with Jay-Z and them is 200-something thousand. It's actually underwater. So you in your room looking at it, and you can see the big fishes behind the screen. Everything is underwater. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
They got underwater bunkers too.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why Amos the 9th chapter when it talks about why he can command a serpent to bite them when they try to dig themselves under the water. You know, so they gonna hide in different spots, man, around the world.
The men of the Lord gonna come down and root all that shit is gonna be destroyed. All them hotels gonna be destroyed, man.
The Lord your house shot, ain't you gonna get brothers in charge? Okay, y'all go over there, grab them up. They over there on the water in this area. You go grab, you know.
Hell yeah, Ham gonna get.
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? All these heathens, man.
Yeah.
That's the day of the Lord, man.
Yeah. Chaffet too.
Chaffet, over there in the Fiji Islands.
Yeah.
New Zealand, Australia. You know what I mean? They know that they can't even fight with their bones, and they just gonna submit.
They gonna submit. Yeah, Chaffet gonna just submit. I don't think Chaffet gonna put up a fight. You know, I got it. You know,
they just gonna bow down immediately, man.
The ones that we already know the ones that are gonna really put up a fight. Esau.
Yeah, because he's the most proud.
He's the most proud.
Yeah.
Ham gonna give a little fight. He proud too in Moab. You know,
Moab, definitely Moab.
But through the spirit, Ham may submit first before Moab.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an order, probably Ham, then Moab submit, then Esau.
Or Ham, then Japheth.
Yeah, Ham, then Japheth. Yep.
They're just gonna submit immediately.
Yeah.
Moab with their technology along with.
They're gonna try their best. They got the super soldiers. They're gonna send them out. You know, super soldiers gonna jump out. Captain America's with a Captain Moabites or whatever.
Nah, they gonna get 7. Man.
They're gonna 7, man.
You know, that's how the kingdom gonna come in. That's what Scripture says. Warn you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah.
But what end is for you? It's gonna be a dreadful day. See, and like you said, the Lord may be gonna let loose Leviathan and all the creatures he got, man. Just like in that movie, I forgot it was with that monster was killing people.
Cloverfield.
No, there was another one before that. It was like a fog, a mist.
Oh, the mist. It was called the mist. Yeah, the mist.
Just like out here.
Yeah, just like this. Literally. You know, just like this. It was a mist.
Yeah.
And it was a monster, but then a mist, man.
Yeah, just killing people, snatching people up.
Yeah.
You know?
I watched the show. The movie was way better than the show. Oh, in the movie, the mist too. Remember what she said? She said, the God of the Israelites, he demands retribution in blood. And then he's like, they stop you staring at the kids. He said, he should be scared. If we eating my kid all scared, he should be scared. You know, they throw little gems in the movies, man.
Yeah, the God of the Israelites.
Yep, the God of the Israelites. She didn't say my God, she's the God of the Israelites.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
God of the Hebrews.
Yep, God of the Hebrews. And I think in that same movie, they had the name of the father on a little coin thing.
One of the skeletons said Hebrew. That's the language of the slaves. I forgot what movie is that.
Ooh, I forgot too. But you talking about the same scene where he was saying something in English, he's doing all type of stuff.
Yeah. Then he said in Hebrew.
Then that's when the demon
he stopped. He said, Hebrew.
Yeah.
He said that's the language of the slaves.
Yeah.
I said, wow, look at that. That was powerful.
And what's that? The prologue of Sirach. They uttered in Hebrew got more power in it.
Yeah.
You know. That's how you do demons.
So these Amalekite directors, man, they know so They've been holding on to that secret, man.
They got our records, you know.
Yeah, but now we're gonna read Matthew 13. The kingdom of heaven.
Start verse 1.
No, 31 around there.
31.
Yeah.
Okay, come. Matthew 13 and 31. It says, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds.
We know the field is what? The world. Right? The seed is what? The word. So he sowed the seed. It started out small. It started right there in Harlem.
Yeah.
Very small.
In one building.
One building.
You know?
But then it said what?
It says, which indeed, see, that's thought about that's prophecy right there,
Yeah.
man. You know, the fact they started one building and it flourished. Hey, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs.
Yeah, ain't no Jake talking about Christian church. And who are them Christian church guys talking about? They're the Israelites. Why people leaving and going to Israelites? Israelites. What color were the Hebrews? See? Why is that coming up now with a controversy? Because this is the truth. That's the kingdom of heaven. It started off small, but then it grows into what? The biggest tree. So the whole world knows now, man. Right? Yeah.
It says, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof.
That's the kingdom of heaven.
Yep.
Which is, I told you, the kingdom of heaven is this knowledge, man. Yahushua planted it, and now it has grown. It's where we are today. And literally, the truth is global.
Yeah.
It's encompassed the earth. You see our brothers now in Bolivia. It's got everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
And there's brothers out there we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This truth is everywhere now, man.
I'm always coming across a camp somewhere. I'm like, oh shit, like the Bolivia. I just found a camp in Bolivia the other day, and I subscribed to them. So, yeah.
Well, I just learned that just
Many
now.
brothers in Brazil. Because Brazil is big.
Yeah.
Brazil is huge, man. But the Most High raising up prophets everywhere, man.
I like watching too. The brother in Nigeria, the brother that's by himself, he be boosting my spirit all the time. He was speaking English sometimes, but most of the time he in English. It's like he by himself. You see his the place where he live at, like his community is all broken down. You know, like he got a beautiful, like happy spirits. Like wow, he's in that predicament, and he can push the word. That shit's boosting my spirit right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. He had to do the sufferings because he knows it's coming. He a vision. He a seer. He's a visionary. He can see it, man. The kingdom of heaven. You know, that brother gonna get blessed. The Lord and brother continuing doing it, man.
We got it blessed in America. I mean, yeah, we under the curse, but compared to this is the glory of all kingdoms.
Yeah.
Like you literally want to eat lamb every day. You couldn't in this society, man. Easy.
In the society, I think this society got the most like obese.
Yeah.
You can
the most
consume
meat
whatever
eaters
you want.
too.
Yeah.
It's in Babylon.
Yeah.
You want to have steak, burger, lamb, goat. You can have it. Fried chicken. Right? You want some Caribbean food. You got, and guess what? Because people out here, they're lazy, don't know how to cook. Especially people out here. Order every day. Not to have that, you have that luxury. See, the Most High about to shut that down too, man. That's a luxury you have in Babylon. Other parts of the world, they don't got that type of luxury, man. They really talk about in that part of Nigeria. You got that. You think people got money to eat lamb every day, man? That's rich people food compared to what they eat every day, man.
Yeah.
Right? Even in the past, people weren't eating that type of food every day, man. So you needed to have a lot of cattle in order to pull that off, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 33, Matthew 13 and 33. It says, another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. All these things spake Yahushua unto the multitude of parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables.
I think that's Psalm 78.
Yeah.
So they don't understand what you're saying. Matter of fact, we don't.
I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. And also that's in Isaiah as well. You know, ears, they shall hear not. You know, seeing they shall see not. You know, so he did that because it's only given to the elect. You know, to those that was preordained to believe on his name, to believe on his words. You see that? It was ordained for them to understand it. You know, you got other people out here the same exact thing the disciples were hearing, but they just couldn't get it. Oh, you had to, I believe, how many was it that walked away from him? Was it 70? If I'm not mistaken, that walked away?
John the 6th chapter is like something like that.
Yeah, around there. Like, it was a certain amount that walked away when he broke down, you know, eating my flesh, you know? They said
it was like 60 or something like that, bro.
I'll get it. I'll check. Come on. Find it right now through the Spirit slot here. Time. Verse 51, John 6:51. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world.
Yeah, there you go. He went on the cross.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
The Jews thereof strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat?
Yeah, they didn't understand it.
Yeah.
They didn't understand it. So, he also, he's a bread of life as well.
Yeah.
And so he talked about that in that same chapter. He said, I am the living bread. He said, your father ate manna, they're dead. You see, they didn't get what he was saying. That's why he spoke in parables. Yeah.
It says, then Yahushua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you.
And that's what we drink the wine of Passover. Right? It represents his blood. So let's jump down to the point where they walked away.
So verse 60, many therefore of the disciples, when they heard this, said, this is a hard saying, who can hear it? When Yahushua knew himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, doth this offend you? What? And if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. And he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time, many of the disciples went back and walked no more with him. And he said that second mount. I think if you trying to see. But then it goes on to say, but the 12 they stayed with him.
Yeah, it was a lot of them.
Let me see if I can find it right quick.
I think it was 70 something. I think I heard a brother say it.
Yeah, 70 originally, and then they left. Right? But then you had other members come in later on, like 120. I think when you read Luke the 10th chapter.
Alright, I'll get it. I'll get Luke 10 chapter just like it.
But yeah, a lot of them left.
Yeah, they got offended.
Yeah.
You know. But Luke 10, we wouldn't start out. Just like it.
I just what you talking about the 70? Yeah, because a lot of them left. We don't gotta go there, but just give you the number.
Come on.
Luke 10 and 3 or
Luke 10, I'm going to start at verse 2 through the Spirit. It says, therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. Go your ways, behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves. Wow. Carry neither purse, nor stripe, nor shoes, no salute no man by the way, and into whatsoever house ye enter, first say, peace be to this house. And if the Son of Peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it. If not, it shall turn to you again. And in the same house remain, eating and drinking such things as they give, for the laborer is worthy of his hire.
what verse you in?
Verse 7. Luke 10 and 7.
Does it say anything in verse 1 or 2 about the 70?
Slaki, I skipped it. Wow,
Yeah,
Slaki. Luke 10 and 1. After these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place whither he himself will come.
Yeah, so we know some of them, a lot of them walked away. You know what I mean? then you read also later on, it tells you that there was 120
Yeah.
later on as well. See, and also when they chose the Matthias after Judas Iscariot passed away. Well, not passed away, as he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't right, man. And it was during the time of what? The Pesach.
Yeah.
That's the same night he betrayed him.
See, the season of Pesach is very serious. It's very
Serious.
solemn, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of death, a lot of judgments, you know.
Yeah, people say Hezekiah and Josiah, which those are important. That's why they're written. But Yahweh Shai passed stuff, which Hezekiah was powerful too, because when you read what's the 2 Chronicles 30, it tells you that they kept it a month late. That's also in the law. Remember during the time of Moses, those guys were unclean. Moses said, let me go to the Most High for you and find out. Most High said, okay, you guys, you got to keep it the next month, the second month. You have to keep it by yourself. So Hezekiah and them, they did that too. They kept it the second month. And it tells you that, they didn't go through the proper purification process to keep the Pesach. But they weren't physically clean or whatever the case is, but their minds they were willing to do it, man. And that's what the Most High is looking at anyway.
Yeah.
You see, that's what we said we're going to read Judges 5 and 11. But I don't know if you could read some of that part, 2 Chronicles 30.
I got it lined up. But when we can Judges 5, 11 first?
Nah, after, yeah.
So 2 Chronicles 30 and 1, and Hezekiah sent to all Israel and Judah and wrote letters also to Ephraim and Manasseh.
Yeah, because some of them escaped from the Syrian captivity. I remember we know through the Syrians, he tried to go after Judah, but the Most High sent the angel down and slaughtered, over 200-some thousand Syrians? See, that goes to Isaiah 31st chapter. The Lord defending Jerusalem.
Yeah.
That happened. Also during the time of Hezekiah, they tried to attack Jerusalem because Hezekiah was a righteous king. The Lord sent the angel down, and that was it. All right, what you got?
Gone. That they should come to the house of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai at Jerusalem to keep the Passover until the Lord power of Israel. For the king have taken counsel and his princes and all the congregation in Jerusalem to keep the Passover in the second month. For they could not keep it at that time because the priests had not sanctified themselves sufficiently. Neither had the people gathered themselves together to Jerusalem.
Yeah, so the priests and sanctity, you can read that Numbers, the 8th chapter. It's a whole purification process, a long process. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 4, and the thing pleased the king and all the congregation. So they established a decree to make proclamation throughout all Israel, from Beersheba even to Dan, that they should come to keep the Passover until the Lord power of Israel at Jerusalem, for they had not done it of a long time in such sort as it was written. So the post went with the letters from the king and the princes throughout all Israel and Judah, and according to the commandment of the king, saying, "You children of Israel, turn again unto the Lord power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, and he will return to the remnant of you that are escaped out of the hand of the kings of Assyria. And be not ye like your fathers and like your brethren, which trespassed against the Lord power of their fathers, who therefore gave them up to desolation, as ye see."
Con, what verse you in?
Verse 8.
Read down. Read see here.
Come.
Let's read down to verse 15.
Come. So jump. Oh, you got it. Now be ye not stiff-necked as your fathers were, but yield yourselves to the Lord and enter into his sanctuary, which ye have sanctified forever, and serve the Lord your God, your power.
No, read verse 15.
Oh, jump to come. Stop.
Yeah.
Verse 15. Then they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the second month.
So they didn't keep it the first month. They kept it what? Second month. In case you brothers and sisters missed the Passover, you got to keep it the following month, the second month. Right? Go ahead.
Con. It says, and the priests and the Levites were ashamed and sanctified themselves and brought in the burnt offerings to the house of the Lord.
Because you got to go through that purification, man. And that's, see, those are the things that were against us. You guys keep talking this law nonsense, man. It's all about the law, the law, the law, the law, right? Nah, man, it's about Yahweh Shai, man. And this is a case, the point right here, because you're going to go through. Read Numbers, I think it's Numbers the 8th chapter. You're going to jump back to that. Read Numbers 8, I think 4 on down, somewhere around there. I read that in a minute. The law is very interesting. And to show you how that Levite, that's why the Levites had to be consecrated. That's why the Most High didn't give them no land. You have to be fully committed to this office. No distractions. Because if they made any mistakes, it could cost them their life, man. Okay? But you guys talking about you can have sex on the Sabbath. He did that and he committed a sacrifice, he would get put to death, man. That is, they couldn't keep the Passover because he didn't go through what? The purification, man. We're gonna read some of it right now. Let's read.
Numbers 4 and 8.
No, not 4, 8. 8.
So
Yeah.
yes, great. I literally had that, then I was blown away by sunset. All right. Numbers 8 and verse 4. It says, "And this work of the candlestick was beaten gold unto the shaft thereof, unto the flowers thereof was beaten work, according to the pattern which the Lord had shewed Moses. So he made the candlestick."
Yeah, the candlestick, the lighting of the candles in the temple, and different vessels, and there was a certain anointing oil that the Most High showed Moses how to make. And if anybody tried to replicate that oil, Most High said he will cut you off. That was for the Levites, man. Right? The Levites had to what? They anointed what? Kings, when you read Samuel, man. Carry the Ark of the Covenant. You had the different doorkeepers, different families. High priests do he couldn't drink wine during bringing or when he had to do the sacrifices. Okay? We reading now the purification he had to do, man. Right? Let's show you how clean the Most High is and show you how perfectionist he is as well. Go ahead.
Right? Verse 5, Numbers 8 and 5.
Yeah, because you're constantly killing and the blood, you have to kill the animals, present the sacrifice, so you have to go back and wash and clean again before you can do the next person. Alright, go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, "Take the Levites from among the children of Israel and cleanse them."
Yeah, remember Eli's sons, they were taking the majority of the thing for themselves.
Yeah.
Niggas was greedy, and there's so much people didn't want to do the sacrifices anymore.
What was their names? Hophni and Phinehas?
Yeah, Phinehas, Phinehas, niggas was wicked, man. Alright.
Verse 7, "And thus shalt thou do unto them to cleanse them, sprinkle water of purifying upon them,
Yeah,
and
purifying water, go ahead.
and let them shave all their flesh, and let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean. Then let them take a young bullock with his meat offering, even fine flour mingled with oil, and other young bullock shalt thou take for a sin offering. And thou shalt bring the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt gather the whole assembly of the children of Israel together. And thou shalt bring the Levites before the Lord, and the children of Israel shall put their hands on the Levites. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord for an offering of the children of Israel, that they may execute the service of the Lord. And the Levites shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks, and thou shalt offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering unto the Lord, to make an atonement for the Levites. And thou shalt set the Levites before Aaron and before his sons, and offer them for an offering to the Lord. Thus shalt thou separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. And through the Spirit, we're all priests now.
All priests,
you know.
So they didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
We read 2 Chronicles, the 30th chapter.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's jump back.
So back to 2 Chronicles 30th chapter, verse 15. Then they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the second month, and the priests and the Levites were ashamed, and sanctified themselves, and brought in the burnt offerings into the house of the Lord. And they stood in their place after their manner, according to the law of Moses, the man of the heavenly Father. The priests sprinkled the blood which they received of the hand of the Levites. For there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified. Therefore the Levites had the charge of the killing of the Passovers for every one that was not clean, to sanctify them unto the Lord.
Yeah, see, we just read some of that process in Numbers, the 8th chapter. Go ahead.
God. Verse 18. For a multitude of the people, even many of Ephraim and Manasseh and Issachar and Zebulun, had not cleansed themselves, yet they did eat the Passover otherwise than it was written.
So you see, whatever thing that it was, because we don't know what it is that made them unclean, they weren't supposed to keep it. You see what I'm saying? And also for the Passover, you have to be what? You have to be circumcised as well.
Yeah.
See? That's also in the law. You see what I'm saying? Also in the law too, if you touch a dead body, you unclean for what? 7 days, man. If you have an issue of blood, certain diseases, you unclean. See, so there's many things that can make you unclean according to the law. See, so whatever issues that they had, certain things they had, they physically they were unclean. But the scripture says what? Let's read on.
But Hezekiah prayed for them, saying,
the king prayed for them and said what?
The good Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai pardon everyone
Pardon their sins. Overlook that. Yeah.
that pertaineth his heart to seek the heavenly Father. The Lord power of his fathers, though he be not cleansed according to the purification of the sanctuary, and the Lord hearkened to Hezekiah and healed the people.
There you go. That's the most important thing. So like we said, physically they weren't clean. For guys, it's the deep, intricate details in the law. You got to be this, that, third. That's what the Most High supersede all that. He just forgave him, man.
Yeah.
Because why? They heart or their mind was willing to do it.
That's why you gotta have faith in the Lord.
That's what you gotta have
If you
faith.
sit there condemn yourself like,
Yeah.
I'm not clean, it's over for me, I can't even keep it, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Instead, ask the Lord for forgiveness and
Yeah.
ask the Lord to heal you and pardon you.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have faith. The Lord, He's merciful, man.
He merciful. He overlooked it, and they was able to what? Keep the Messiah.
Yeah, keep the Messiah.
Because why? They brethren, the northern king, they were just into idolatry.
Yeah.
Heavy idolatry.
So that in itself showed that they was trying their best.
They was trying their best. For them to leave that and come and try to seek the Lord, that was powerful, man.
Yeah.
And Hezekiah prayed on their behalf, and the Lord forgave him, man. And that also represents Yahweh Shai, man. Because we ain't doing things, everything according to the letter, right? Has to be 1 year old, without blemish. We ain't keeping everything detailed
To
according to
literally
the
take
letter.
the blood,
put it
on a doorpost,
doorpost. We
man,
ain't doing it. We keeping it the best way we can.
Best we can.
That's what we read Judges 5 and 11 now.
Come. So this is the book of Judges, chapter 5, in verse 11. And it reads, they are delivered from the noise of archers and the place of drawing water. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Where we were in our captivity. We were rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord.
And in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have 100% perfect.
100%.
It'll be, second nature, man.
So right now, we're rehearsing it to the best way we can. And just like through the spirit of Hezekiah, the Lord is going to what? Overlook those small things, man.
Yeah.
Okay? There's minute things, man. We're going to overlook it because He's the Most High. He gives mercy, man. The main thing He's looking at, like we said, is your mind, your spirit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is your spirit sincere?
Yeah, is you know. That's why I agree. Let's get Jeremiah 4 and 3. Like we said, also He's supposed to be circumcised to keep the Messiah, but this the main circumcision is also what? Let's get it, Jeremiah 4.
Start verse 1?
No, 3, 4 and 3.
Oh, Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 3.
Yeah.
I got 43. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 3. For thus saith the Lord to the men of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground and sow not among thorns.
Yeah.
Circumcise
your mind, right? Your head.
Come on. Circumcise yourselves to the Lord and take away the foreskins of your heart.
Which is your minds. All right, your mind.
Scripture say what? Rend your heart and not your garments.
Your garment. There you go. See, that's the main important thing. The Most High wants you to rend your minds, man. All right. Like it tells you in Isaiah the 1st chapter. Let's get that Isaiah. I think it's 1 and 8 on down.
Come on.
See, so that's the main circumcision is your heart and your mind. What's the proof on that? The Pharisees and Sadducees were circumcised, and they kept the Passover too. But them niggas were wicked. They gave up their salvation, Yahweh Shai. And they were keeping everything to the letter, man. They kept everything to the letter.
Yeah.
This was perfect, that was perfect, that. But their heart or their mind was wicked because they gave up Yahweh Shai. So it didn't matter. They were cursed, man. All right? Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard, as a lodge in the garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been at Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Completely destroyed. That's what that means. Go ahead.
Hear the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, ye rulers of Sodom, give ear to the law of your power, ye people of Gomorrah. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifice unto me?
Yeah, that's all. That's another thing the Most High did away with. What was the sacrifices? Because Israel ran it into the ground. That's why Samuel said what he said. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. Okay? Go ahead.
Come on. It says, to what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifice unto me, saith the Lord? I am full of burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts. I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he goats. When he come to appear before me, who have acquired this at your hand.
Yeah, Lord, like, I don't want that shit no more. What's the point of you doing that and you going back to your nonsense again? Right? That's not important, man. That's what that brother said in Mark the 12th chapter. That's a beautiful, when he was, he saw Yahweh Shah and them debating, and he said, what's the greatest commandment? Oh, no, finish that Isaiah 1? Yeah. And then we're going to jump to that Mark 12. Yeah.
So Isaiah 1 and 12, when ye come to appear before me, who have acquired this at your hand to tread my courts, bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination to me. The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting.
That's what you say. I would not.
I despise
your feast days. I would not hail your solemn assemblies. All right, because why? You're not even doing the right thing, and you're keeping these like one body. Their Passover is an abomination. Moses didn't split the Red Sea. What's the point of you keeping the Passover? What is the point? Moses didn't split the Red Sea. None of the miracles. What is the point of you even keeping the Ioli Day? What's the Most High is looking at you? You don't believe in the miracles, then just shut the Bible, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, your new moons and your appointed feasts,